got a little warbler wave, a little migrant wave here. Bunch of stuff in here. I hear a blue-headed vireo singing, some blue jay flying overhead. Let's see what else we got. I hear a hairy woodpecker, black-capped chickadee. Oh, it's a Philadelphia vireo. I gotta get a video of this. Well, good morning. Good brisk morning, 40 some degrees. And it is virtually live 29, finally. Yeah, it's been a busy summer, you know, kids at camp, personal trip to Churchill, Manitoba on Hudson Bay, family trip to DC and Virginia. And yeah, COVID. Yeah, that was fun too. And of course, the Welcome Center edition, and that has taken up a lot of time. And I'm going to update you on our progress. And could we use some more funding from our bog buddies? Absolutely. Migration is really ramping up here in this. I'm on Nichols Lake Road, and there's amazing vireo and warbler migration in this little pocket. Are you kidding? Even a little touch of fall color here with the tamaracks turning yellow. I think this is just an oddball. Can't be fall yet. Nashville warblers, Cape May, purple finch, cedar waxwings. Had a golden winged warbler teed up, preening. Well, that might be a rose-breasted grosbeak. White-throated sparrow. Chestnut-sided warbler. Robins, flock of about 7 robins. A couple blue jays flying over. Had flocks of Canada geese. Fall migration is cranking up. We're going to do a little catch-up today as well. I want to update you on our 10th annual BioBlitz, the Bog BioBlitz. I had to miss it because I was in the throes of COVID still. Clinton and Sarah and Lori and the rest of the gang made it a wonderful 10th Bog BioBlitz. And here's some video from that day and some of the highlights of stuff they found. The event was on Saturday, August 6th. Good turnout of about 45 folks, despite the rainy morning weather. Fortunately, the weather cleared and we had some sun in the afternoon, and our volunteer expert leaders, which we are in great gratitude to, and their crews turned up 681 species, 111 of these new for our Sax-Zim Bog master list, and that means we've gone over 3,000 species recorded in the bog. You can see the complete wrap-up with many more details on our bog blog on the website. Now here's some clips from our leaders sharing what they did find on that day.
We got a few chanterelles,
Yellow-bellied bog-rat here, if anybody wants to go check it out, is chock full of fungi.
I think we got about 40 species between aquatic macroinvertebrates and fish. I think we had about 10 fish and 20-some macroinvertebrates.
We had 31 species. We missed some very common ones that I'm sure other people got. A couple of juvenile barred owls that were calling. They were making that hissing sort of call, begging, and they sat right over the road in a tree every year. Female Blackburnian was the best of the warblers, you know, and a black and white and common yellow-throated. Kestrels by the Winterberry Bog, like 4 or 5 of them together, which are always fun to see as well.
We did not succeed in finding any cacti, but when we were in that sandy area in the Sax-Zim Bog to find things like sweet fern and things that grow in dry, sandy soil, bearberry, you know, there was some of the native buckthorn, Rhamnus alnifolia.
We've got a dog-bane leaf beetle there. We've got a really cool species there that I would encourage you to see because we very seldomly ever get to see them, which is sphagnum ground cricket. They're all over the bog, but you hardly ever see them because I at least got 2 lifer grasshoppers today, so that was a bonus.
And we tried to find some that were on the chokecherries, but it turns out the chokecherries here were really healthy this year. I think we got about 60 species and at least like 35 new ones for the bog. And then people also brought in some really cool ones. Most of the ones that people brought back also hadn't been documented for the bog, which is really cool and really nice.
We did find big sand tiger beetles. That was the only one we found there. But it's always a good one. Added to our vertebrate list by finding a dead blue-spotted salamander.
And I'm going to update you on other highlights from this summer, maybe including the blueberries, because, man, they were phenomenal. Shout out to Lori, our board chair, for the pie, the blueberry pie at the board meeting. How many board meetings have homemade blueberry pie gathered from our own land, right? Okay, crazy. Cruising Sax Road. You never know. I mean, in summer this is a good spot to look for sharp-tailed grouse at dawn. This time of year, you know, perched hawks, migrating sparrows. Sedge Wrens are very susceptible to pishing. And this one came really close. That was kind of neat. Very cooperative Sedge Wren on Sax Road. And thought I heard a late LeConte. Could be, maybe. But I got to get going. Meeting board members Ruben and Dave and Sarah, our development director, to, yes, do part of our job. Staining the Lois King Education Center with the nastiest black oil stain you can imagine. But that's how we roll. Everybody does everything in Friends of Sax-Zim Bog. Just a stunning morning. It is now time to change into my painting clothes. Yeah, gotta do it. Staining clothes. Ew. Ready? I'm I'm just rolling up on the Welcome Center, and I'm about a half hour late. But if I know my staff and board, they're probably already staining. Oh, yeah, they are. No, not that color.
Come over here, we knew. We got a gift for you.
Yeah. Isn't that wonderful stuff?
Watertight. A lot of times we end up just in 72 there when I was on those stairs. Because, you know, without it, I'm just like the cat's in the house. You don't have to turn your own piece of equipment.
I want to update you on the Welcome Center edition, which is the Lois King Education Center. Thanks so much to Dick King in memory of his wife Lois, who was an awesome bog buddy, donated for several acres of land in the bog here. But first, let's go back in time to June and see how we got to this point with the Lois King Education Center. Well, we got a lot going on at the Welcome Center this morning. It is pour day for the slab for the addition of the Lois King Education Space. And got a bunch of cement trucks, and Chris, our contractor, is here. Yep, that's Chris Alish is our contractor. He's the son of Cindy and Mark that own the Alish's Accommodations, where many of you stay. Going smooth, concrete smooth. And the inside of the Lois King Education Space, do a little walkthrough. Here's where the seating will be. This wall is where there'll be a screen for showing multimedia programs. This is where you'll come through from the existing building. This 12 by 12 space here will be our new Sax-Zimporium, the store. And see, over there is the mechanical. This is going to be a grid-tied solar system, so we'll be able to sell electricity back to the power company in the summer when we're going to make more than we're going to use. The lights in here will be all LED. We're using local labor, local materials. Marvin Windows, Minnesota company. Yeah, what's that? That's storage for chairs and tables. And then there'll be a nice view out to the bog beyond. We'll have feeders out here in the winter. We'll make these windows bird safe. It's going to be a great place for programming, groups, bioblitzes, workshops, conferences. Coming right along. And we are going to have a grand opening dedication on Saturday, October 22nd. So if you're in the area or want to come up, yeah, we'll have details on the website. Though the Welcome Center won't reopen until Saturday, December 3rd for the winter, you can get a sneak peek of the Lois King Education Center by coming to our dedication and open house on Saturday, October 22nd from noon to 3 p.m. And we'll have some snacks, give some little mini tours of the site, and show some natural history programming on our new giant screen TV. Thank you so much to Dick King and his family for jump-starting this project in memory of his wife Lois. And we now return to the present. Superstar bird of the day for me is going to be that brief but nice look at a Philadelphia vireo, and even hearing it singing, and it Does it sound any different than a red-eyed vireo? This one kind of did. But put me in an aspen forest in mid-June. I don't know if I could tell them apart. I've only known 1 or 2 people in my entire life who said they can tell them apart by song. And we will catch you guys again in Virtually Live 30. So until then, keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, walking a gravel road looking for fall migrants, and your head, yes, looking up to the skies, because it is fall raptor migration season. All right, until then, see you later.